Hello guys, today we're gonna read Novel Bunny Free. One day, not so long ago, Trixie took a big trip with her family. They were on their way to visit Trixie's Oma and Opa in Holland. Holland is far away. So that meant taking a taxi to the airport, waiting online, and finally getting onto a real airplane. On the plane, Trixie played and read and slept. Before she knew it, the plane has landed. Trixie and her family left the airport and got to a train and go to a Oma and Opa's house. Soon, Oma and Trixie were drinking cold glasses of chocolate milk in the garden. Suddenly, Trixie realized something. Trixie didn't tell her daddy that Novel Bunny was gone. She didn't have to. Trixie's daddy called the airline and asked them to look for Novel Bunny on the plane. But the plane has left for China. China is very far away. Trixie's mom hugged her and asked her to be brave. Oma gave Trixie another glass of chocolate milk and remarked on how big she was getting. Trixie understood. She was getting bigger. The next morning, Trixie enjoyed being in the swims in the playground and in the carnival that was in town. But Trixie was still sad. She missed her Novel Bunny. Oma and Opa understood and they had a plan. That night, they had a surprise for Trixie. A brand new Bunny Funny Voodoo Doll Extreme. It could talk, it could dance, but it couldn't make Trixie feel any better. Trixie was sure that she wouldn't be able to sleep another night in a strange bed without Novel Bunny. But before she knew it, she was dreaming. She dreamed of Novel Bunny and all the places he would visit. She dreamed of all the children Novel Bunny will meet. She dreamed of how Novel Bunny will make them feel better. The next morning, Trixie felt better. She played with Oma on the playground swings. It was a great day. Before she knew it, the trip was over and it was time to go home. Trixie hugged Oma and Opa as hard as she could. Then Trixie and her family got back onto the train and back onto the plane and listened to the crying baby as the plane lifted off. But can you believe it? Right there, on that very plane, Trixie noticed something. Novel Bunny! Trixie was so happy to have Novel Bunny back in her arms. Happy enough to make a decision. Trixie turned around and said, "Would your baby like my Novel Bunny?" "Really? Really? Really? Really?" said Trixie. She was big enough. The baby was happy. The baby's mother was thankful. Trixie's parents were so proud. And the other passengers were very relieved. And that is how, a few weeks later, Trixie received her very first letter.